Hello everybody and welcome to week 5 of music class. Today we're going to go a little bit backwards through some of the things that we're going to talk about. We are going to get to form in music in a little bit and we're going to sing our patterns that we normally do. But first I'm going to talk about the homework assignment that you have this week. This week I want you to learn to sing a tune and to sing it for me. You should all have Flipgrid on your iPads at this point, and we'll talk about how to get there, and I'll show you how to get there. If you do not have it on your iPad yet, please just send me a message through Schoology, and I'll excuse you from the assignment for right now as we figure out the technology for that. Couple things about this tune. It could be any tune that you want, any song that you want. It can have words. It doesn't need to have words. It could be from a movie. It can be from a video game. It can be from a TV show. It could be a jingle from a commercial. Just one little rule about it. It has to have singing by you in it at some point. So if it's a song from a movie, you're singing the tune. If it's a rap song, it could have rap in it. It could have speaking type parts, but it needs to have some singing at some point in there. It can't just be speaking the whole time. So you could really kind of go wherever you want. Like I said, movie, video game, pop tune that you like, country roads. Everybody likes country roads. You can choose, you could even go to one of the Learn-A-Tunes that I have. If you get stuck, you click on the piano in the virtual classroom and there's a bunch of tunes in there that you can learn. So let me walk you through how to go about recording yourself once you learn your tune. I have my iPad here. You're going to go to lesson week 5. Under lesson week 5, your third what to do here has where it says Flipgrid link. I'm going to click on that link and it's going to bring up this page. Now, up on the top bar here, you'll see the Flipgrid app. You should have the Flipgrid app installed at this point, and over on the other side, it says open. So we're gonna open it in the app and it'll bring up Flipgrid. At this point, for you, it might ask you to log in. You're going to use your Microsoft account that you should hopefully have either on your login sheet or that's been provided to you by your Click teacher. If you don't have that information, ask your homeroom teacher for that to get into here. Now, right now I have 3rd grade here. I have it separated by grade, so it should say 3rd grade, 4th grade, or 5th grade, depending on what grade you're in. And you will record a response. There's instructions here. It says start by saying your name and your homeroom teacher's name, and then sing me the tune that you learned this week. It's really important that you say your name and your homeroom teacher's name in the beginning. That way it makes it easier for me to find and put your grade in for you. And then you will click to record a response. When you click to record a response, it'll bring up the video camera. Here you can see me on the screen, and you just click to record. So I will click to record, and I'll start by saying, my name is Mr. Blum. My teacher this year is Mrs. Yates. And maybe you can include with the name of the song that you're going to sing. If you don't want to include the name, you can just start singing. Maybe I'll sing bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. After you finish, you're going to click the pause button and you'll see there's a little check mark that shows up on the very bottom. You'll click that check mark and it'll start to play. It'll start to play for you what you just recorded so you can check what you just did. When you're happy, if you're not happy with it, you can delete it and start over. If you think you need to add more, you can add more to it. Or if you're done, you can click the check mark at the end. So I'm going to click the check mark, and now it's going to ask me to take a selfie, take a picture of myself to put on the screen. So I will take my picture, and then I'll click the check mark again. At this point, it'll ask for your name to put with it. It might automatically show up. For me, it does. But if not, just put in your name and then you click submit and it'll send it to me. All right? Now, let's get on to form and a couple other things for today. Repeat after me. Do, mi, do. Re, ti, re. Do, mi, so. So, fa, re. Ti, re, so. Mi, so, do. Re, ti, so. So, mi, do. Do, mi. Re, so. So, fa. Re, ti. Do, so. So, ti. Re, fa. Mi, do. As we start to get used to these patterns, I'd like to remind you that these patterns are kind of like musical words. As we start to use them more, we'll start to put them together and make musical sentences. And as we talk about form today, these patterns and these shorter ideas will start to come up in the music that we're learning. So today we're going to talk about form. Form is the way that music is structured. Most music repeats ideas a bunch of times, so you have a bunch of chances to hear it. Unlike an art piece or a book where you can go back and reread or take a look at a different section, when you're listening to a piece of music, you really can't go back. Now, today, we can go back and click back on a YouTube video and re-listen to something. But if you're at a performance, you only have one chance. So most music repeats ideas a bunch of times. This allows you to start to get that sound stuck in your head and remember it as it changes or develops through the piece of music. So form is the way that we organize that music, organize those different ideas and different patterns that we've been learning and talking about between melody and the patterns we do. The first form is what we call a strophic form. A strophic form is pretty much just the same idea over and over and over and over again. Oh, I should add, form we label with letters. So we take the music and we break it down into sections, and then we label it with a letter. So a strophic form would have an A section, and then because it's going to be the same, it'll have another A section, and then it'll have another A section. Now, in music, that form does not mean that the words can't change. The words might change, but the music itself stays the same. So a strophic form might just be like a hymn tune that repeats the same hymn with different words. One example of a strophic tune is Hush Little Baby. It goes like this. Hush little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring is brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. So you can hear that same idea is repeating over and over again, even though the words are different. So that is, again, a strophic form, or an AAA form, where it's all the same over and over and over again. Now, the next form is the complete opposite. It's what we call a medley. Most medleys that we hear are where we take a bunch of tunes and smush them together. However, in a smaller version of that, we have a tune like Frère Jacques, where it does repeat an idea twice, but after doing it twice, it moves on to something else. Then it moves on to something again different, and then it moves on to something again different, like this. Bum, 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 bum 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 bum. So Farajaka would be an A A B B C C D D form. We have that bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum. So there's the two A's and here's the two B's. Bum 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 bum. Two C's. Bum 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 bum. And two D's. Bum 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 bum. Now, you do have a medley to listen to down below that's more of that traditional of taking a bunch of songs and smushing them together. The next form is a ternary form. A ternary form, it sounds kind of like the word turn because after changing to one thing, you turn around and go back to the beginning. It's an AABA form. So we have an A section and then something different, and then we go back to the A section. A song like that is Alouetta. Do 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 do. That's our A section. Here comes our B section. Do 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 do. And then we go back to the A section. Do 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 do. So that's again a ternary form. We had an idea, we went to something different, and then we went back to that original idea. The next is a theme and variations. A theme and variations means we have an initial idea, a main idea that happens in the beginning, and then we do that idea again with maybe a small adjustment, maybe a small change. Then we do it again, maybe with a bigger adjustment or a different kind of adjustment. Today, I'm not going to sing one for you, but we're going to use the tune Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that you'll listen to down below, played on the piano, where there is the original theme that you'll recognize very easily, and then a bunch of variations where there's 12 variations on that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And some of them get so complicated you might barely be able to hear that Twinkle Twinkle tune in there anymore. Some other common forms that you'll hear are an AABA form. So it's kind of like a ternary form, but with an extra A in the beginning. An example of that is Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So you can hear it reuses that same idea, that do 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 do, and again do 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 do, something different, do 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 do, back to the beginning, do 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 do. We also have an A-B form. This is a verse-chorus form. We get this a lot with a lot of our pop music, where there's a verse, and then there's a chorus that's different, and then there's a verse, and then there's a chorus that's different. An ABAC form is a very common form for shorter tunes, especially tunes like Mary Had a Little Lamb or London Bridge, like this. Do, 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 do. That's our A section. Here's something different for the B. Do, 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 do. Then we go back to our A. Do, 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 do. And then a C, something different from the B. Do, 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 do. Here's that whole thing together. A, do, 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 do. B, do, 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 do. A, do, 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 do. C, do, 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 do. So we have that ABAC form. One last form is an AAB tune. A lot of tunes that use an AAB form might be a blues, a 12-bar blues, which is used in some pop music. It's used in some classic rock music, some of Elvis's music uses a blues form, and a lot of traditional jazz music also uses a blues form. Go ahead and listen to some of the tunes below. Again, there's a medley to listen to, a theme and variations, and an AABA tune. Have fun with your listening, and good luck with your singing assignment this week. Have fun. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.